Good day, human Latiosites. This is LatiosAzurill, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Shield Honorlocke. Here we are at Winden, right in front of the stadium. And I'm thinking we're going to take on one final tournament. But first, I actually want to go ahead into the Crown Tundra really quickly. Because I think I saw a familiar face somewhere around here. So, let's go make our way through here. Here we go. And we're going to go down this way, I guess. And here's the old cemetery. What am I doing? Hello. She's all the way on the other side. Okay, let's... Whoa, we're getting a tiny mushroom. We already have our old cemetery encounter, I'm pretty sure. And I think it was a Dracloak anyway. I know we have a Dracloak. Oh, I'm just gonna run. Cool item. A big mushroom, I'll take it. Hello. Where are you? Where, oh where? Could you be my... Miss Oleana? Oh my. Champion? I didn't expect to find you here. But what a stroke of luck. You may just have the information I need. Word has reached me that Chairman Rose has supposedly been seen in these parts. I know full well that cannot be true, but I could not help but come investigate. Would you happen to know anything about Mr. Rose somehow being here in this tundra? Sorry, I don't. No, I suppose you would not. Things are never as simple as that. Hey, Chief, what brings you here in the dead of night? Mr. Rose? Come off at me, Rose. Talk about a mix-up. You're not Mr. Rose at all. But there is a slight resemblance. Could you be Mr. Rose's? Looking closely, I can see you do indeed lack his intelligence and grace. Not that a particularly close look is needed. Oi, Chief, do you know this joker? Does this mean the Mr. Rose seen here was... this guy? I am now one extremely peeved Oleana. You may be Mr. Rose's brother, but ultimately, you and he are nothing alike. Well, now that I know Mr. Rose is not here, I no longer see a reason to linger. Farewell, champion, and likewise to that man over there. Hello. Have I reached the flying taxi service? I need a pickup in the Crown Tundra, please. Well, that sure was something. Still, even a bloke like him can inspire that much loyalty, eh? Oh, I'm just talking to myself here. Don't mind me. Well, better pack it in for the night before we get spirited away by some ghost Pokemon. Nah, just having a laugh. Cheers, Chief. Alright, well, I guess that's just kind of like a little event that confirms that Peony is in fact Chairman Rose's brother. So there's that. I'm going to go fly to the Galar Mine really quickly. Speaking of Oleana. So let's head into the mine. Hello there, Karkle. Pretty sure we actually never got our encounter here. And our encounter then is Woobat. Honestly, I don't even remember if we got an encounter here, but I'm going to pass. I'm not going to bother catching a Woobat. No offense to Woobat, but not exactly something I really have a need for. But here's the TM26 for Scary Face. That's something. Cool. Hello. Oh, champion, I never thought I'd run into you in the mines. I've been doing some voluntary community service on Mr. Rose's behalf. Mr. Rose, a long time ago, he used to work in a coal mine, you know. That's why I'm actually happy with doing this kind of work. Yes, I'm so happy. I think I'll give you one of my prize league cards. You don't need to worry. I have 100 copies of Mr. Rose's league card. They're all signed, too. So with that, we got Rose's rare league card. Champion, thank you for stopping at Eternatus. I know Mr. Rose feels the same way, but he was just so worried about the future. Well, I mean, at least we have his gratitude, if nothing else. And yes, I'm pretty sure it is literally nothing else, but whatever, let's get out of here. An item I almost never use in Sword and Shield. It is a key item now, so that's actually kind of cool. That being said, let's go fly back to Winden Stadium. Because now it is time for us to do one final tournament. Craziness. Alright. Now we've done several Galar... So we've done a few of the Galar Star tournaments. But I think it's time to do one final tournament. Just us. Us versus the world. So, I have every confidence in our team to pull through. So let's go. Welcome. Which competition would you like to take part in? We're doing the usual tournament. We're doing the Champion Cup. Welcome, Champion. Would you like to take part in a tournament? Yes. Is there a particular trainer you'd like to invite for the tournament? Sure, who can we invite? Pop, Bead, Milo, Nessa, Kabu. Alistair, Melanie, Pierce, Raihan. So it looks like we don't get the option to invite, we don't have an option to invite Leon. But, let's invite Hop. Why not? Like to invite Hop? Sure. Very good. It looks like your invitation has been accepted. I'll take you through to the pitch now, and good luck. I think we're going to end up... Okay. So let us introduce the participants. So it looks like we are taking on Kabu first. Then possibly Hop. And then I don't think we're battling some rando Kent. Alright. So Kabu is our first opponent. I'm thinking Tom is probably the option here. Although... I mean, yeah, probably Kabu is... for Kabu, Tom is probably the option. Although, I could go Bond. If I go for the Dynamax early, I can actually get Rain up. Especially because he's going to start with setting up the Sun with Torkoal. So, but then again, Tom can pretty much do the same thing. Yeah, Tom's just going to do the same thing anyway. Alright. Let's do this. Here we go. A tournament that ends when you lose. Whoever can keep up the heat will win. So with that, we're challenged by Gym Leader Kabu. Kabu is leading off with Torkoal. Alright. Okay, so Tom, don't die. Alright, so there's the drought. Okay, so... You know what? I'm going to set up an X defense. I'm going to play things safe here. Stealth Rock. Okay, I can't switch anyway, so... You know. I can live with that. Okay. Let's discharge. One shot. Perfect. Okay. Alright, Torkoal is out. Next up is Ninetales. Although Ninetales does get Solar Beam. Alright, I think we can take one Solar Beam. Para? Alright, there's the Solar Beam. Oh boy. Alright, we do outspeed. This is not Stab, but we don't have an Expedef up. Alright, as long as it doesn't crit, we do live another one, but I might as well just take out the Ninetales. There's no because I don't want to risk getting critted, setting up either a healing or setting up a... Although if I healed it, even a crit wouldn't kill. But there's literally no reason to keep Ninetales in right this second if I can take it out. Alright. Next up is Salazzle. Alright, well... I guess we discharge. I don't think it's going to have anything super effective for us. Okay, perfect. One shot. Okay. Alright. Okay. Next up, you bring in Arcanine. I can live with that. Okay. You know what? I'm going to take this opportunity to heal. Well, I just realized we're running out of items. This could actually be a problem later on. Alright, I'm going to heal anyway. Mostly because I want to be closer to full health when Centiskorch comes in. Now let's discharge. Or, other option. I mean, it would feel wrong not to go for the Dynamax here. Alright. So we Dynamax, Max Geyser, take out Arcanine, and then take out the Centiskorch, because now the rain is up. We win. Game. That's officially game. Now that the rain is up, we can't lose. Bring in the Centiskorch. I don't care that you're going to Gigantamax. I mean, the downside to the Champion Cup versus the Galar Star Tournament is that with the Galar Star Tournament, with a little bit of creativity and planning, you can completely avoid your opponents ever Dynamaxing. If you carefully calculate your turns effectively. But then again, you also can't control what your ally does. Here, on the other hand, it's a lot more straightforward. But this, I think, is actually a little bit easier. Here we go. Unless you have a really good ally, in which case, yeah, then with a good ally, I suppose, that works out pretty well. But with that, we are taking out Centiskorch, and that is going to be a victory. Alright. So with that, we defeated Leader Kabu. good Pokemon and a great trainer. It's no surprise that you won. I really enjoy battling you. It's a great way for me to feel my own growth. And I plan to keep growing and battling until I become an old coot nobody can beat. Alright, so next round we are going to be facing Hop. Alright, so for Hop, now this is interesting. Because Hop is going to be tough. Hop does have a Zacian, and that's scary. That's actually quite scary. I think the play is to still go for Tom. I think we set up on the double and then take him out. And set up on the double and then sweep. I think that's really the answer. I don't really know a better way to take care of this. But this is going to probably be the toughest battle of the set. So, if we can get through this one, it should be smooth sailing. I want to become a legend in Galar. No, a legend for the whole world. And if I want to do that, I need to beat both you and my big bro. Alright, Hop. Best of luck to you. Let's go. So with that, we are challenged by Pokemon Trainer Hop. Alright, so with that, Hop is leading off Dubwool. Alright. So the answer here is we set up. He is gonna go for he's gonna go for the Cotton Guard turn 1. Alright, so we X defense twice. Because I think he has mostly physical attackers. Or does he have all physical attackers? I'm thinking, because we started Sobble, so he has Cinderace, which is a physical attacker. Definitely Zacian's a physical attacker. Corviknight would be a physical attacker. Double is, and what's his last Pokemon again? Something else. Alright, Hop, are you going to go for the Cotton Guard? There's the Cotton Guard. A move about which I do not care. I could not care less about your Cotton Guard. I could not care less about your Cotton Guard. In fact, I dare you to go for a second one. I dare you to go for a second one. +6. Now you're in a double edge, okay. I want to go for an X special attack. I actually want to sweep. I don't want to take a chance of Zacian, like, somehow getting a super crit or something. Because that would be if it, like, Swords Dance and crits, that would, like, be the end of us. Alright, so that means we're at +6 defense, +2 special attack. That should be more than enough, honestly. Alright, so I'm actually going to go for a Super Potion at this point. Because I just want to make sure that we are at as high health as possible in the event that we get critted. There's the double with the double edge. We take that, it tickles. We outspeed, we discharge, double goes down. Double is not taking a +2 discharge. No way. Alright, I think we win. I think we win. Then again, I think Tom is a bit overleveled. Snorlax! That's his last Pokemon! I completely forgot he had a Snorlax. Alright. Alright, so now we discharge. Snorlax does have a decent amount of Spadef, but it's not taking... Oh, it is taking a +2. Okay, Hammer Arm. It's not Stab. That's just going to make it even slower. Discharge, the only way we're going to get damage on this thing now. Because Hydro Pump is probably going to miss. Hex, it's immune. Goodbye, Snorlax. So that's the bulkiest thing he has, I'm pretty sure. So if Discharge almost killed that, I think we're in good shape. Next up is Cinderace. Honestly, I think we're safe to go for a Discharge. Because Hydro Pump is probably more risky because it can miss. Because, yeah. Even though Hydro Pump would have been super effective, it probably would have missed. Tom's grown to level 94. Next up is Zacian. Alright. Now this is where it gets interesting. I think Discharge kills. Especially Magna boosted. He's going to go for the close combat. We're going to eat it right up. He's not critting. Yeah, I know I could have Dynamaxed, but that's okay. Alright. Because Behemoth Blade, I don't believe would do more damage if we Dynamax, because it just doubles the damage, but we take half anyway. Well, we have double the HP anyway. Although I think we have slightly less if we have a low Dynamax level. Regardless, bringing in Corviknight. That thing is going to Gigantamax, I'm pretty sure. No berries? That's fine with me. You know what? I'm not even going to bother Dynamaxing. I'm that confident. I shouldn't be. But this is super effective. Let's see what happens. Can we one-shot it without Dynamaxing? We did kind of buff all the way up with X items, so I mean, I feel like Dynamaxing is kind of, yeah, overkill. Alright. So with that, Corviknight's going down. And with that, we defeated Hop. Gutted. You're always one step ahead of me, mate. Alright. Even the pages detailing my defeats will add to the tale of my brilliant legend. But I don't plan on losing to you again. As your rival, I promise I'll win next time. If you say so. Alright. So, Bede defeated Pierce, because of course Bede defeated Pierce. Okay. So for Bede, now this could be interesting. How do we want to do this? What is the safest option? Because, let's think. Fairy type. I mean, and if we just set up and spam snipe shots. Yeah, I don't know. I think Tom, once again, is probably our best bet. I think Tom is our best bet, and Tom has always been our best bet, and Tom will always be our best bet, honestly. That's, I feel like, what it just comes down to every single battle, somehow. It just somehow always comes down to Tom being the best option. And yeah. And I'm thinking that's probably going to be the note that it's going to end on. So, let's get into this battle. It's time to prove I'm a notch above the competition to everyone in the Galar region. Though I suppose everyone should know by now. Alright, if you say so. Here we go. So with that, we're challenged by Gym Leader Bede in this final match. So this is Bede's absolute final chance to prove that he is the strongest trainer in Galar. Will he manage to prove his strength? Alright, I'm going to start by setting up an X special. See how much damage Play Rough does to us. Not too much. We are taking it. Alright, let's discharge. Alright, so Mawile is down. Awesome. Next up is God of War. Discharge is stab versus Hex, which is super effective. Alright, but it's also magnet boosted. So, so that would do, I think, like 135? Is it a 10% boost or a 20% boost? It's 20% would be like 144, I guess, versus this does 130. Either way, discharge does more because it's stab. Alright. Now, if it were paralyzed, then that would be a different story. Alright. Bond's gaining a level there. Next up is Rapidash. Okay. Same deal. I don't think Rapidash has more Spadef than in Gardevoir. If it does, it can't be a whole lot more. Probably less, though. Probably significantly less, honestly. Alright. Next up is Sylveon. Sylveon's got some Spadef. Sylveon does have Spadef. So probably a little more than Gardevoir, but I don't think it's going to do that much. It's not going to hit as hard. Now, Discharge versus Hydro Pump is the interesting question. I'm going to go for Discharge anyway. We do have the Magnet, which does help a little bit, but it's the accuracy that really makes the difference. Alright, we're still going to one-shot. Okay. Alright, so now Beeb is going to bring in Hatterene. Well, the anticipation is going to make it shudder. You know what? This is the last battle here, so might as well go out with a doozy. Now the question is, which one does more? Max Lightning with the Magnet versus Max Geyser, which is not boosted by it. I think the Magnet actually makes Max Lightning do a little bit more than Max Geyser. So Max Lightning is definitely better there. But that's also Stab versus I think Max Phantasm actually does more. Pretty sure Max Phantasm will do more damage because it's super effective. Let's do it! Not that it should matter all that much. And I wouldn't even bother Dynamaxing if I didn't know the Beat was also gonna go for the Gigantamax. Alright, here we go. In the 1v1 match of Tom versus Hatterene. Here we go. Tom is going to go for the Max Phantasm, and that is going to one-shot the Hatterene. Boom. With that, we are coming out victorious. Sweeping with a Rotom. Well, you know, slightly less impressive when you consider the fact it's a Rotom, but still. With that, we have defeated Bede. Why did I have the misfortune of being born in the same time period as you? Good question. If it weren't for you, then I could have proven beyond doubt that I am the best. Still, I do enjoy my battles with you, to a degree. So with that, we have won the final round, and with that, we have once again claimed victory over the Champion Cup. We have defeated Pokemon Shield. Alright. So, it has really been quite the adventure. Kind of crazy that it has actually come to an end. We won the Honorlocke a while ago once we actually defeated Leon, but we also went through the entire post game with the same Honorlocke rules. I can't believe we actually got through the Crown Tundra and the Isle of Armor with it. I'm legitimately shocked. It did take a lot of X items and whatnot to set up stuff, but then again, being able to get through the entire game without ever being able to switch mid-battle has quite some challenges involved. So this has definitely been an exercise of the mind, if you will. I feel like, especially toward the end, we definitely relied a lot more on Tom, and because we had Tom as very versatile, being able to change types, that really gave us a lot of leeway in terms of being able to get all that coverage that we needed. And because Tom was, I guess, mostly about water typing, I guess that also is why we didn't use Bond quite as much. Even before then, when we had Tiny, I guess we had Tiny as an option to go for that water type. Plus, just me being very, trying to avoid risk, I tend to not use my starter as much unless I absolutely need to. But I can't believe it's actually over now. We've done it. This is the end of the Honorlocke. Yes, there's still other things that we could do. There's more Dynamax adventure stuff, and there's the Battle Tower, but honestly, they wouldn't fit in with the Honorlocke rules anyway, so I don't really see the point of doing that. Like, also restricted sparring. I really like restricted sparring, but once again, you can't really do that with the Honorlocke rules. So, with that, that is where we are going to end this. We did do a few of the tournaments, and the Galar Star tournament is quite a challenge with this rule set, because you really have to be cautious, and it's sort of playing against your ally in a way, because you know the ally can go for the Dynamax or Gigantamax at any given, as soon as they bring out their Pokemon, so you have to plan exactly when you want to go for the Dynamax, and also when you want to take out the opponent's second Pokemon, because you want to make sure that they don't go for the Dynamax, or maybe you do so the other opponent doesn't Dynamax. But yeah, there are so many mind games with this that it's really crazy. But honestly, I have just been having so much fun. This game, it holds up. Pokemon Sword and Shield with the DLC, it holds up. And I've definitely had a blast with this playthrough. And I want to thank each and every one of you human Latiosites for joining me on this adventure, because it would not have been the same without you. I feel like it's been... this post-game has been long, but it has been a blast. And yeah, with that, we have officially defeated the Honorlocke of Pokemon Shield and its DLC post-game. So, thank you for joining me on this adventure. As the screen says, thank you, everyone. And I'll see you guys on our next adventure. Goodbye.